I'm saying the aspect of feeling what somebody is talking about, it probably won't hit the same. Like if Will Smith's son, who grew up a millionaire, drops a song about growing up in the hood and the hardship of that lifestyle and all of that, like I just don't believe you. It would feel fraudulent, even if the song was good. Like,
Like now, if he had a rap song where he was like, "That movie I made with Jackie Chan was really hard to do," and then he like explained that through a song, then I'd believe him. I'd be like, "All right."
Drake did a track about mirrors not being real because our eyes aren't real. I would feel that.
dude, reading Jalen Smith quotes are the best. This guy got a. You could make a book of just the weird shit this kid has said. How could mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? That was. You're like, what are you even talking about?
But anyways, for our last topic, music's changing. I don't know if it's changing for the better or not. I went on YouTube, heard this track by Drake. I was like, "Damn, this thing is fire." I look into it. It ain't Drake. It's somebody else. They got a new thing going on where it's pretty much AI making music now. I can make a song. Certain word I can't sing to save my life. I can't sing. But me singing a couple words and a couple phrases and making a song, I can use Drake's voice. I can use someone's voice that is similar to mine and make a Drake song.
Yeah, it's a little deeper than that. It's called
I'm scratching the surface.
AI modeling. So you create a model, and then that model either listens to a lot of the music or you feed it music and stuff like that, and you tell it to once you've created a model that you like that has enough like cadences, then you start to feed other music through it. And then so like you'll remix a Drake song with a Weekend song, or you're like Drake singing a Weekend song or the Weekend rapping a Drake song or whatever. And it's blowing up right now. A lot of people are creating these AI models of different artists and having them do covers of different artists' songs. So you'll have like Eminem doing the Beatles or something like that. And for the most part, it passes. But there are instances where the AI just does not know what to do with that sound, and they're like, "I've never heard this," So there is, you'll hear it, and you're like, "Is he having a stroke?" Because it sounds like he's having a stroke. It, in my opinion, is like just something people are using Chat GPT and all these other AI models for, to like just see what it can do. I thought it was interesting. I don't think it's that interesting anymore. When I first heard it, I was very like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" And
I
then,
know, I was sick. Every day you
yeah.
would send me like 5 AI tracks. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as sophisticated, I think, as people think it is. It's really cool. I'm not shitting on it, but a lot of people seem to think that this AI, you're basically like, "Hey, sing me this Beatles song, but sing it in a way that Drake would sing it," and then the AI just pumps the song out, and it doesn't work like that. It's really like Doi said. You feed this thing a lot of music from an artist, so that to teach it, oh, this is what music is like, or something along those lines, and then a person will then go and make a Drake song, right? A actual person, they'll make a song. Like, so if you want Drake singing the Beatles, they'll come up with what that song sounds like, and then they'll give it to the AI, and the AI will replace your voice with Drake's voice. The AI isn't actually coming up with the music composition and the sounds and all of that stuff. I know like Google's AI, and I don't the Bard stuff. It has like music stuff, like you can get it to create music in the style of certain artists and things like that, but it'll create cadences, it'll create beats, and it'll create like a flow, but the words are non-existent. It's like Simlish. It's like blah, 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 blah. You know, it's
It's
not
just
actual
yeah, it's
English.
just like the sounds of what talking sounds like to an AI.
Right. If you wanted that song to actually exist, you would have to write lyrics and then take that song and then sing. Sorry, you'd probably have to write lyrics. You'd probably have to sing the song, record that, and then give that to another AI to replace the voice as Drake or something.
I
But
think
just a lot of the AI songs that you see online are not like, "Hey AI, make me a Kanye West song," but he's singing "Hey There Delilah" or something. They don't work like that. But.
yeah, I think that the concept is interesting right now. I think it's scary with what it'll get to. Because man, I don't know, like the internet is already such a mess. It like they've back in the day there were several sites we'd go to. We'd go to all kinds of sites. Now there's like 5 sites that we go to, right? You log in, if you're going on the internet, you're going to like Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. You know, there's a handful of sites you're going
Facts.
to. So the internet has changed in that aspect, and
A
it's
little
become
bit
filled
of
with
World Star.
and it's become filled with more bots and more automation. And when you add AI into that, Spotify could become a mess. Spotify could become just filled with garbage. Like it could potentially just be filled with nothing but just AI generated music, which maybe you're into that, but maybe not. Like there's a lot of scary possibilities with stuff like this.
Yeah, I am for it, but I'm also kind of like weary because I'm
Mhm.
like, right now you were at a point where you can tell. You're like, this is definitely like an AI generated song. But what happens when you can't tell anymore? And I mean, does it really matter to take the human element out of certain things?
I think with art it does. I feel like if a robot was wrote a song about, like if an AI wrote a song about how hard life was and what a struggle it was and whatnot, it hits a little differently than a person actually writing
Yeah,
those words down.
the authenticity is like, you robot, you fucking silver spoon robot, get the fuck out of here. Robot never had it hard a day in his life. You know what I mean?
The AI starts making a bunch of trap music. Are you gonna listen to that trap music? Are you gonna feel like it's hidden, like the lyrics are
Shit is
making it for
like,
you? Or
I ran up on my ops and deleted the whole folder. Mass deletion of a hard drive. I mirrored my hard drives and I doubled my money up.
Yeah, the AI stuff is interesting. Aside from all the crazy, the AI is taking over the world and all that nonsense, but like, I think right now, and it already exists in, like I write code for a living, right? Like there are already plugins and apps and things like that are like assistants where you could like start typing something that's like not that complicated, but something that might take you a little bit of time to write out and figure out. You could tell the AI like, yo, write me a chunk of code that does this thing, and it'll go brrr, it'll generate it. You put it in your code. You might need to fix it up, change things to make it workable, but it's just a new tool to get the job done. Like I'm sure
It
that there are
even
going to be artists that are going to like, like painting artists or something like that, that'll maybe make this AI generate a bunch of images till they find an image that they like and use that as the inspiration for a painting they're going to make. It's just going to be a tool to speed up how fast we could compose like images or compose music and things like that. But
I love how
I like it for that aspect. I feel like some kind of digital watermark requirement for anything that's AI generated is probably the way to go, because deep fakes are going to get crazy. Music is going to get like the proliferation of AI into our daily lives is going to increase, and it's going to make things a little weird. Like what happens when deep fake technology gets to the point that like you won't know. Did Joe Biden actually say this? Did Joe Biden really kick a bunch of puppies, or was that a deepfake video? Who knows?
Yeah.
They look completely indecipherable between each other.
if you want nightmare food, there's a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti like that an AI created, and it just looks it looks crazy. Uh, so I just feel like for now we're safe, but I feel like this AI is gonna learn, and it's only gonna take several years for this shit to become beyond noticeable. So
Yeah, this is horrifying. Oh my god.
Talking about the Will Smith eating spaghetti, yeah, it's something.
I've never seen this. This is like terrible.
What is it that you're looking at?
Just go on YouTube and look up Will Smith eating spaghetti. And an AI created this thing.
Tony, what do you think? Will you still listen to music that has deep, like, would you still relate to lyrics on a deep level if you know that an AI created those lyrics?
Yeah.
Like, even if that song is the best song you've ever heard, but if an AI is talking about like the struggle or like they're talking about how in love they are, or is that song still gonna hit for you? Really?
Yeah, because there's rappers now that don't live that life, that speak that life, and it still hits people. So what's the difference if a robot's doing it?
I mean, a person has empathy. A person is a person, even if you're not in a situation, you can understand the situation, right?
Yeah, if we're looking at it that way, sure, I would. Then yeah, but for the most part, nah. I mean, words hit me differently than it will hit you. So I don't think it could be Taylor Swift saying something and it'll hit me like, damn, I vibe with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I control alt deleted all my ops.
But whatever. But yeah, I mean, saying like, you know, she's it's just words at the end of the day to me. I don't think it matters who it comes from, but words can hit you differently and you can feel a certain way. But if you're
sorry, so I get like the words on their own, it doesn't matter where it came from, it could still hit you. I think what Mateo's saying is that if you knew that an AI wrote this, will it hit you the same way? Like, because I could hear a song, and if an AI wrote the song, if I didn't know an AI wrote it, it might hit me one way. If I knew an AI wrote it, it might hit a different way.
What if you found out Total Eclipse of the Heart was just written by some robot? And they're like, what heart? You don't have a heart, robot.
Probably check out why the lyrics don't make a lot of sense.
The song is about...
I don't know. I mean... I
love that song, by the way.
I don't see it.
Now I'm fucking falling apart.
That could be a robot falling apart. I mean, that's, you know. Yeah, I think it would still hit me the same. I don't think it would if I found out that, you know, Drake's Search and Rescue song, it was all AI, I'd be like, that AI is spitting. You know what I mean? I would still be like, yo, this I'm still gonna love it, I'm still gonna enjoy it, I'm still gonna have my feelings on the words, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. A song being cool and fun is one thing. We're talking about like having feeling. It would definitely feel weird to me. I would have a mixed feelings about it because I'd be like, well, clearly the meaning of these words are impactful in some capacity, but it is bizarre that it's not coming from a human. Like,
do you think that some rappers that speak this street talk and this
fuck a rapper, Celine Dion, when you touch me like this and you hold me like that, what robot, what are you talking about, robot? All right. We're talking about the essence. All right.
So yeah, Tony, to answer your question, yeah, it does hit different. When there's somebody rapping about a life they didn't live, it doesn't hit to me the same way than if they did live that life. Like if I'm listening to somebody who grew up in a suburb in a complete rich life talking about how broke and poor and the life, the struggle, I would view that person like a fraud. I'd be like, what struggle? You didn't live through any of this. What are you talking about? You don't have first-hand experience on this. Like,
would the music still be great enough for you to listen to? Like, besides the fact that
the music can be good enough to enjoy for sure. I'm saying the aspect of feeling what somebody is talking about, it probably won't hit the same. Like if Will Smith's son, who grew up a millionaire, drops a song about growing up in the hood and the hardship of of that lifestyle and all of that, I'm going to be having in the back of my mind that, bro, I've been seeing you in movies since you were a baby. Like, I just don't believe you. It would feel fraudulent, even if the song was good.
Like, now, if he had a rap song where he was like, that movie I made with Jackie Chan was really hard to do, and then he like explained that through a song, then I'd believe him. I'd be like, all right, it's authentic.
If he
Now,
did a
to
track
Tony's
about
credit,
did a track about mirrors not being real because our eyes aren't real, I would feel that.
dude, reading Jalen Smith quotes are the best. This guy has got you could make a book of just the weird shit this kid has said. How could mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? That was what are you even talking about? To Tony's point though, like something like there's something weird about rap. Rap is because other genres of art, we don't hold the artists to the same standard. There's something about rap. Like rap got created out of being authentic. So I think there's just like this extra standard. Because like for example, what's the guy who made The Wire? Something Simon, David Simon or something?
That sounds
like
right.
that guy didn't grow up in the crack dens of Baltimore. But I watch his TV show and it hits me. Right? Like it's no different than an artist being a fraud, like I called it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'll accept that as a contradiction in my mind. I need to think about that more. But there is some. I feel like hip hop like the origin of the music comes from this real place that I think is held to a different standard than other art.
Because I think hip hop was more of like us expressing what we go through. It's a story. It's a storytelling. You know, it's more of like, yo, this is how it is in my hood. This is how it is where I grew up. This is how I had to get it. So it's just like, it's more storytelling than it is like how, I guess, I don't even know, those pop songs or whatever. But even country, it's a form, like they're speaking their sorrows, their pains, you don't think so? You think country... You don't think a guy could be sad about breaking up with his chick in his own way, and as like coming from a country
They're
artist?
singing about watermelon moonshine, okay? I'm not listening.
Not
to
all
that
of it. I don't think
bullshit.
you listen to enough to really understand.
I didn't say all of it.
I mean, there's a lot.
I didn't say all of it.
For the most part, it's all hype vibes for sure. But I'm saying like, there's a lot of sad country songs and stuff that that has some type of value to it.
And the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes.
That's a classic.
That's a good song.
That's a classic.
There's some country that I think is cool, but for the most part, the genre of music, people be racist, man. I ain't fucking with them.
But for the most part, yeah, I think I would still enjoy it. Yeah, I kind of do agree with what Pujo's saying. Like if I woke up today and they told me, yo, Nas, it was written. Wasn't Nas, it was AI. It would blow the lid off a lot of fucking people. Oh my
God,
bro.
Nas doesn't exist. There's just an AI that's been around since
since it was written.
And I'll be tight. I would be tight.
You'll be tight.
I'll be tight.
If you had a tattoo like of some lyrics like on your chest, would you feel bad? Would you get that tattoo covered up if you found out that they were all written by an AI?
That'd be the ultimate ghostwriter. But nah, like seriously though, like I think yes, Pucho, you're right in some aspects. I think yes, some things when it comes to rap, yes, it's valid. Like you're gonna get some type of not a reassurance, but some type of like, okay, yeah, we struggle the same way. He's speaking where I grew up, where I raised up, how I was raised. You know what I mean? Versus a robot that's just speaking from looking at it. It could be the same because I could rap through another person's life. Does it really invalid? Does it make it not good or not
What makes you a
authentic?
fraud?
I think,
not really.
I think the empathy aspect is what is like the difference for me. Like you can take someone else's stories, you can see other people's stories, and you can empathize with that, and you can write music from that perspective. The AI is just modeling. Like there's not actual empathy there, and something about that removes the authenticity for me. That removes some level of my enjoyment. I'm not going to get the same deep level of enjoyment out of that I would out of a person actually writing this and putting their emotions and their thoughts into this.
Yeah, I mean, Either way, I it is weird that this is a thing. Like I like what's the cutoff? You know my line. What's the cutoff?
I'm
Because
excited about how it's gonna help handicaps, like when people and work and stuff like that. I'm excited to see like what workaround AI has for some of these ideas where we kind of just don't think that way, and I just would like to see how it's gonna help. Because
that's a good one though. I wasn't even thinking about that yet. But there is a kid that actually has good penmanship. That man can write, and he has a rapper rapping his lyrics because he doesn't have a mouth. Like he has disability, and he was famous. Kid's famous. The he makes money doing the raps and all that. This would be great for him. Like these things, like yeah. I mean, I couldn't even. That's amazing. AI is that's yeah, that's cool, bro. It opens it up to a lot of people who can't do it, or like I
yeah,
can't sing, but I can write it out. My AI is gonna sing it, and I'm the artist. I just can't, you know. Damn, I
even
might
for
drop an
even for
album.
normal people, it's just gonna help out a lot.
And the hate is strong with that one down there. I said I'm gonna drop an album. He just almost broke his neck over there.
Bro, you can't write a sentence to save your life. I'd love to hear your album, Tony.
This
I
guy.
would love
Here
it.
we go.
Lyra.
That's gonna be the whole track. Yeah, nah. The AI stuff to me is just gonna exist as a tool. Like I could see a lot of music producers sitting in the studio now and trying to create a song so put some inputs into the AI saying, yo, make me beats that are sad or this or that, and the AI might pump out like 50 tracks, and the producer goes and listens through those songs and go, okay, this sounds like the vibe I'm going for, and then they recreate that thing with their own flavor and their own little twists, and it's going to expedite the music creation process. It's going to expedite the programming process. Just all these things are going to speed up now. Like right now, if you got to write an email, right, to your boss about something, you could go right up to the AI, be like, yo, I need to write an email asking for a pay raise, and I need it to show respect to my boss, but I don't want to. I want to be stern. I want to make it very clear that I'm demanding this, but I don't want to use those words. I just want to express that feel. You could actually say that to the AI, and the AI would generate you an email, and you could look at that email, and it could be 90% of the way there of what you want to say. Then you could change some words, add some specific things about the things you do at your job, and boom, now you got a perfect email. This thing just wrote 90% of this thing that was going to take you hours to figure out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, I think, is the real power of,
Same.
at least right now, the real power of
You gotta
AI.
be careful with that though. Wasn't there a university that sent out some kind of notice after like a shooting or some kind of incident? They used AI to write this like condolence announcement, and they got a lot of flack for that. And it's because that empathy aspect. Can you empathize with people? Is if an AI is saying, "We feel so sorry that this situation happened," is that hit different than a person actually writing those words and putting those thoughts into an email?
Use Pucho's example. I think I can't write a sentence to save my life. What if I have to use the AI to express that? Now my feelings don't match because the AI actually wrote it out.
I mean, it's interesting talks, and we're going to get more of these, honestly, because art is changing, and does art that's created by AI people, whether it's visual, films, music, whatever, does it have the same artistic quality and artistic integrity as stuff that's produced by humans?
You forgot of one very special niche category: AI porn. I cannot wait to see
AI
what
porn.
it creates.
AI porn is going to be awful, honestly, because AI porn is just going to be deep fakes of a bunch of other people. Like, this is why I think we need to pass laws that you have to watermark AI creations.
Yeah, I think that'd be like the safest course. That's, now that I'm thinking about it, no.
Oh, you was down for it. Now
Ooh,
you're
turn
just-
that back. Turn that
but
back
we-
because
but
it's
we've
yeah.
gonna get very scary because like imagine.
yeah,
But we've got
Imagine
hundreds of hours of ourselves on video on the internet someone could train like deep fake technology on us very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I was gonna say, like imagine you're like, say you wanna do some kind of porn where there's a human and like an animal involved. Something that would typically be like illegal in the United States. Now if an AI is just generating this whole picture, then there's no animals are harmed. Like what's the illegal part of that? Like maybe it isn't illegal at all. You know what I mean? But then it's like, are you now gonna normalize something that we view as bad? Or what if you do something like that, but like with children or with just a lot of different things that are just not accepted in society? And again, there's no physical harm to anybody because, this is all generated. Now, what are going to be the ramifications of producing this type of thing? You know what I mean?
Damn,
I
I
mean,
didn't
even
think
just
about
getting
that.
out of porn. Like,
And should there be, honestly? Because like if you drew a caricature, like the old school political caricatures had bestiality as like a theme to slam your opponent and things like that. Who is that? Catherine the Great, that they claimed that she had sex with a horse or whatever. These were things that happened. Now, should that be illegal because they're producing bestiality? Probably not, because it was political satire, right? But like, it's the same thought. It's the same concept as the AI created stuff. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, life's definitely going futuristic for sure.
Man, we're getting all the worst parts of like the future shit that I wanted. Like we don't have the flying cars. We don't have like awesome like transportation systems where I could just teleport over to New York. We're getting all like the lame like future sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
But yeah, no, I AI is definitely at some point gonna just do most of everybody's job. I don't know. I don't see any stop to it. It's just gonna keep evolving to something else, and then you just have Skynet. It's just like I don't know. I do like the music thing though. That just that popped out. I think it was kind of cool. There was a lot of weird collabs that people want. Like there was a J. Cole and Kendrick collab. They did like a 5-track album of it. Pretty fire, even though it's not them, but it was lit. Like so maybe someone does a Jigga album that's fire. Might accept it. But I don't know.
Oh, that's an interesting twist. If an AI produced R. Kelly in like music in R. Kelly tomorrow, would you listen to it? Is there a moral issue with listening to an AI that's trained on like R. Kelly?
It's going to get crazy because even if there is a moral issue on that for some people, what if you train someone on R. Kelly and they make R. Kelly tracks, but then you change the voice so it's not R. Kelly's voice? You're still listening to R. Kelly music, baby. And it's like, you would never know. I don't know. The whole thing is all, I don't know.
Deception.
There's got to be artists today, just removing the AI, that grew up on R. Kelly music. And they modeled their way of making music after the sounds that R. Kelly did. Is it like their biggest influence? It's like, all right, are you now supporting R. Kelly through supporting this artist somehow? Like, I don't know. I feel like those lines are complicated as is. You throw an AI in there and they just get more complicated.
I hope they throw the element that he's illiterate into the AI so the AI can write music like him and not a Honda shit is just terrible.
I
wonder. And now a small person is in the closet.
Yeah, them
Them
tracks in the
tracks are
closet
fire,
are
though.
crazy.
My
them shits
husband
was
is
fire.
a cop. It was so crazy.
I fucked with exactly one of those songs, okay?
I like the South Park version of it.
It's good.
I never listened to it.
No, it's just an episode.
Same girl. Same girl.
I like Dave Chappelle singing, I want to piss on you, drip, drip, drip. Making fun of R. Kelly. Your body is a porta potty. He's just dropping names. Yeah, them Dave Chappelle, the Tupac Dave Chappelle shit was crazy.
man.
Yo, the Tupac Dave Chappelle is classic.
It's classic.
Yo. Dave Chappelle, it's not your wife.
But yeah. What was I gonna say?
Doey died.
Hey.
So we're gonna say-
He was talking
Joey
too much
did
shit
die.
about R. Kelly. What happens?
Yo, them R. Kelly AIs came to kill his ass.
Get us out of here. Tony.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you stuck around longer than Doughboy, please drop us like, hit the subscribe button. We're on all social media platforms. And yeah, always go one up yourself.
Peace.